Welcome to a character overview video. I used to do these towards the ends of leagues when I was done with a character, but then I kind of started slacking and not doing them. Maybe some people care. This is the character that I've played most this league. It's a strength stacking ranger. This is a strength stacking attack-based character. I played a marauder strength stacker wonder in the past with Battle Mage's Cry a year ago, pretty much exactly a year ago. But this league I wanted to go a little faster, so we went for the Deadeye angle. So what is this character? This is a mapper. It's not a bosser, but if you spend enough currency on it, it can do bosses. I have done all challenges on this. I've done conditional T17 bosses and stuff like that. Killed some Ubers. It's fine. It kills bosses if you spend too much currency on it, but it's not a bosser. If you want to make a bosser, you don't make this character. This is a nice, zoomy mapper with nice coverage, chain, KB explosions, all that stuff, and then single target barrage. So tree, we start from the ranger and then we just yeet all the way here and get a lot of strength, pathing to 3 cluster jewels like this, increased effect, strength, life, attributes, and then we have 2 split personalities with strength and life going really far away from the ranger start, all this pathing so that it can get as much value as possible. Other cluster jewels also strength, life, all res, and then this one has strength, life, armor. We have a timeless jewel, which is just some percent strength, some leech, some warcry buff effect. I think there's even more warcry buff effect that I didn't take. But yeah, that's the timeless jewel. Emperor's mastery, attributes, life, Emperor's might, percent strength. Forbidden flash with nature's reprisal from I think it's Pathfinder. Yeah, for wither stacking. And then these are the split personalities. And then we have an inertia here. We have champion of the cause, some strength stacking. I have 2,721 strength. Deadeye, tailwind, ricochet, endless munitions, 2 projectiles, and then focal point for mark effect for single target. And this maps really comfortably. The main interaction of this build is stacking strength for Iron Will. Strength bonus damage applies to all spell damage as well. So all of this increased melee physical damage applies to spell damage. And then we use Battle Mage's Cry with Call to Arms support, automated. So it's just popping off all the time to give us all of that increased damage that we would get for spell damage, for attacks as well, at 150% effectiveness. It will always be 150% because we use Red Late Banner. Warcries have infinite power, so every Warcry counts as if you shouted at the maximum possible number of mobs. And then this is a nice thread of hope that we grab Iron Will with. We grab some other value nodes. But yeah, that's the tree. I have a Watcher's Eye here with Chaos Res and Crit Multi, Precision. Our auras are Determination, Precision, Purity of Elements. So we're res capping with that aura. We're almost res capped without it, but it also gives us all element avoidance, immunity. So that's nice. Fit Defiance Banner, Vitality. Both of these flat auras are actually leveled up to 20 or 21. Nice. And then we have Battle Mage's Cry, automated. Let's take a look at the gear. The wand. The one and only Honor Weaver. We crafted this for 4,700 divines this league. That was a crazy craft. Video can be found on the channel. Probably a link to it in the corner if you want to watch that process. So this is an original Sin and replica Alberon Warpath build, meaning that you cannot deal non-chaos damage. So if you put on these boots, you can only deal chaos damage. And then you put on original Sin, which is currently 1.3 mirrors. It's a Sanctum drop with the no hit run. It converts all of your damage to chaos damage and sets the resistance of nearby enemies to 0. However, that can be further penetrated. So this is a question that comes up a lot. Why do you have Chaos Pen on your wand if you have Original Sin? Pen actually works. So Original Sin sets the rest to 0, and then if you have any Chaos Pen, that goes under that. So I think this is my only source of Chaos Pen. So mobs that I'm attacking have minus or are calculated as if they had minus 16 Chaos Res. We're using Volatility support. So lightning damage is the best on the explicits. And then we have the 2 strength stacking mods, 1% and 1 flat, and then power charge. This is the source of power charges. You could use Assassin's Mark instead of Sniper's Mark to get your power charges, but then you're missing out on Sniper's Mark. Sniper's Mark is big single target damage. The helm, I also crafted this. This was cool for, opening chest automatically with your Warcry, but it's mainly the crit chance mod. It's an elevated accuracy conquest mod, and then it has crit multi, essence strength, crafted life, and fist taken as fire on a Blizzard Crown base, which the cold resistance part doesn't, it would be a downside if you're an Ellie build, but it's not a downside because we are converting all of that to chaos, so it's just flat damage. Chest is Iron Fortress, big strength, and most importantly, the implicit. Actually, is that I just bought that. I was playing with a 6 wide socket Iron Fortress the whole league. I just bought a nice upgrade, so the build will be a little more tanky. It's 50% reduced extra damage from crits, very nice. And then strength damage bonus instead grants 3% increased melee damage per 10 strengths. So this is even more leaning into the strength stacking that then we're turning into increased damage. Shield, Red Blade Banner, I mentioned this earlier, the Warcries of infinite power, that's important. That's how we juice up our Warcry to max. Amulet is a simplex, percent attributes, percent strength. The best third mod would be increased damage per strength. I didn't go for it. The Amulet is already like 400 divs, and then, I don't know, crafting a better one, probably a mirror. Other ring is just a cheap percent strength base with an essence multi into T1 strength craft and some life. Could be a lot better on the prefixes side. I kind of just finished this fast early. Gloves is for barrage. This is your single target, so it's going to be faster attacks, faster proj, base crit multi, attack speed and plus levels, and then it's barrage with void manip, volatility and crit multi. Boots, build enabling, talked about this, also has percent strength, and then I double corrupted a couple of them to get something useful. Plus one is okay. I moved my auras in here, so my auras are 21, 22, yeah. And then some regen while you're moving, it's kind of nice. Mage Blood Flasks, Diamond with armor, movement speed with crits, Silver with movement speed, and Bismuth with attack speed. We are not capped without a Bismuth, so if you want to add a few more of these cluster jewels instead with extra auras, you can solve your res with clusters, and then you can add another flask base like sulfur or something, but you already have so much increased that increased damage for this build is not really good anymore. Progenesis, survivability, nice flask, expensive. I'll have a snapshot of the build in the description, some POB or something. How many times has the one been mirrored? It has been mirrored. 23 copies have been made of this one so far. Oh yeah, we have Blood Rage here, Vaw Molten Shell, of course, some survivability stuff. The build is not very tanky. I mean, it's res capped, it has decent fizz mitigation, kind of, and I mean, 62 chaos res is pretty good, but it's not like an extremely tanky build. It's fine. It survives the maps, even in Delhi. Sometimes you die, whatever, go again. It feels good to map with, and it's definitely one of those long-term min-maxable builds where you can just keep spending and spending currency on upgrades, and there is still a lot more. Like, this is already probably at least 3,000 divines, everything combined, 2,500 at least, and then I could start, corrupting jewels. I could start recraft this, gloves for even better levels on the gems. I could finish the amulet craft. I could make a lot better prefixes for this ring. I could start double corrupting other items. And I get a second good double corruption for the chest. So there's a lot of avenues to upgrade. I like builds like that because that means I can keep farming and keep upgrading it. Pantheon, I guess I'll show. I just have the stun thing here on Brian King, and then this one for burning round maps, but you can swap this around for anything. These are not really important. This is kind of important. This is my only stun immunity. It's not stun immunity, you can get stunned once and then you can't get stunned for 2 seconds, so yeah. Anoint, Heart of Darkness. Oh, we have more Chaos Pen here, look. It's 7 more, so we actually have 23 Chaos Pen. Sorry, I was wrong earlier. Okay, deaths. I have died 399 times. Awesome. I had fun. I had fun farming with this Wonder. Testing strats. Pretty good. How many kills do I have on it? 1.6 million kills. It's an okay amount of kills, I guess. I think that's it. I think that's a pretty good KD ratio. Anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the Wonder if you're gonna try it. I don't know what else to do. Don't know what else to say. Maybe some random footage here when I kill stuff with the Wonder. I'm talking so that you can look at, oh look, it's like killing something right now. Oh my god, it's crazy. Maybe, I don't know.